Hi YouTube, how you doing today? I've been a little bit lax. I haven't done a video for some time, and I've been collecting mods left, right, and centre. It seems so. It's about time I went back and went through some of them with you. So, sorry, I'm just recovering from a bit of a cold. I've got a few bits and pieces I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to break them up into a couple of different videos, but I want to talk about 4 different mods. They're all mechanical tube mods. They're all 18650 mods. And why don't we kick off with what I'm vaping right now, which is the Smog mods Mongrel. So this is brand new to me. Came in the last couple of days. Comes in a really nice little pot, quite similar to your underdog boxes actually. Comes with this little sort of drawstring which pops in the top, and a nice little polishing rag. But other than that, not a huge amount else on there. It tells you for experienced use only. If that's going to focus, absolutely, it's not going to. Experienced users only, basically. And this came from Big Slim's Vapor. This is in naval brass, and as you can see, it is really cool. So it's got the serial number. It's not even engraved; it's stamped in as part of the logo, which is so cool. Team this up with a brass goon, but let's pop that off for the time being and look at the mod itself. So first off, which I think is incredibly cool, you look at the top. So the top is actually got a copper 510, so hopefully that will help reduce any voltage drop. And that is, I don't know if it's screwed in or pressure fit or whatever, but that seems to be very strong, really nice. And it is a hybrid, so you can see my battery just in there. And then you have a simple copper switch, very similar to the simple switches, SCMPL switches of old. It's 24mm in diameter, and in terms of height, it's, well, sort of average height really. I suppose it's relatively small. At the bottom, you've just got some threads down there, very fine threads. That's about all there is to say about the tube. The engraving is incredibly deep, or the printing, stamping is incredibly deep. You see it says Mongrel around the bottom, and then you've got your serial number at the top. You've got a switch assembly which is very reminiscent of the Kennedy. So you've got a spring in the bottom which presses into a contact, and then you can unscrew your copper contact off the top. I won't do it now because it'll be a pain, but you just unscrew that top piece there and you can disassemble your switch, and it's just powered by a spring on the inside. And as you can see, look how fine those threads are, if you can catch that. Yeah, see how fine those threads are. But what it does is it's a really nice, well-made British manufactured tube. You know, these cost about £100. I got mine in the sale, so it was discounted to 65, I think it was, so not a bad deal. The threads, I've found they're a little bit difficult to get them to catch to start with. But once they are, they're really smooth. Just don't screw it in all the way. Pop your RDA on top. Screw that down flush, and then pop that up. And it goes in, so it's not flush with there. It's actually recessed. So you've got your venting in the switch down the bottom, and it's actually quite well recessed. Actually, you can see there, so you're not going to accidentally fire it if you put it on the desk. It's a cracking little mod. I'm really, really impressed with it. It fires really nicely. I'm not getting any hot button, any lightning button, any hot mod. I'm vaping on some Flapton that came out about 0.09, 0.1, 0.09. It's a cracking vape. Really, really good little vape. But yeah, I mean, as a sort of a British-made mod, it stands up there at the moment. I mean, obviously, I haven't had it for a huge amount of time, but it stands up there with all sorts of other devices which I've used, which are much, much more expensive. And you've got, you know, this wave of oh, there we go. This wave of British-made mods, which are really getting some real traction at the moment. So, you know, with Smog mods, so the Mongrel, and with the Cloud Chasing Club stuff, so the Underdog and the Underdog V2, they're all doing so well at the moment. It's just very impressive. And to be honest, this is one of the better looking mods that I've seen. You know, I mean, it's got some interest about it. I don't know how this is going to be to clean because these are, you know, the polish is probably going to get into them quite well. But I think after a rinse as well, it's going to be fine. The only thing I could wish would be for my logo on my goon to line up. But other than that, I think it's a stellar vape. But yeah, cool. Any other questions, just leave them in the comments. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll move on to the next one.